Let's go! What's happening, guys, and welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I'm about to give you one of the biggest discussion videos for 2023 as we finally just got official confirmation that the Gamerverse is in fact coming to Transformers Studio Series. As for this Tuesday, Hasbro just dropped the entire first wave of Transformers War for Cybertron figures for 2023, and I am just so excited. I mean, for a few months we've been speculating, but you know, some of the chatter online was beginning to suggest that maybe they were just Netflix War for Cybertron figures, but no, they are in fact for the games. And I mean, come on, this just not only opens up an entire Pandora's box for the Gamerverse, but for Studio Series. I mean, they can literally do so many things now. I'm just so excited for this line. Studio Series, hands down, has got to be one of the best, if not the best toy line Hasbro have ever brought out. But we've got 3 brand new characters to talk about, so we're just gonna get stuck straight into it. And first of all, we're starting off big. Voyager class War for Cybertron Optimus Prime, finally in the scale class that he actually deserves, and he looks so sick. I mean, I've been a massive fan of the deluxe version for, you know, I think the past 10 years now. Maybe it's coming close to 11 or 12, but this one looks a lot better in my opinion. So as we take a look at the robot mode, you know, big, stocky, broad proportions, much like he had in some of those games. And the first thing I noticed was that he comes with 2 accessories. You know, unfortunately, with that deluxe figure, he only came with the blaster and not the Energon axe. So to see this guy come with both is just so sick. You know, you can see the actual ion blaster looking as if though it forms out of Prime's forearm. That's wicked. And the attention to detail on the Energon axe isn't too bad. You know, we kind of get some orange fading, which picks out almost the veining of the axe, which I thought was a pretty sweet touch. But getting back to the main event, I mean, Optimus Prime, he looks so insane. I honestly am quite stoked that we're actually getting some of these characters in Studio Series, and the icing on the cake here for this one is that he actually also has the Matrix of Leadership smack bang and center in his chest. So that's wicked. You know, here we have an image of him with the Matrix chamber fully opened up. Love all of the internal detail, although I will say kind of the insides of what I imagine would be his chest do look a little smooth. So it's a shame they didn't apply the same kind of techie Cybertronian detail to the insides of those, but that Matrix chamber is so nice, and this is a touch that they didn't even have to include, and you can kind of see a few of those solar panel details that he has scattered throughout him. So yeah, I love the way this Optimus looks, and here we have an image of him in the truck mode. Now this looks much bigger than the deluxe version. You know, because that figure did come out almost 10 years ago, I was led to believe that maybe there wouldn't be a massive difference in terms of scale because, you know, Voyagers have shrunken so much nowadays that they're probably what large deluxes used to be, but this truck mode looks to be pretty hefty. I mean, it looks so much better as far as the rear of the truck goes when in comparison to that deluxe version, and I just love the Cybertronian alt forms. I mean, Hasbro must have got some sick sales on their Bumblebee movie Cybertronian stuff, because honestly I don't think we would be seeing these if some of those B movie figures hadn't sold as well as they did. I mean, these just look so awesome, guys, and it doesn't even end there, because then we jump into deluxe class and we have Bumblebee. You know, we have to have a Bumblebee, and this one also looks pretty cool. You know, I'm not too sure if it is a massive improvement when in comparison to the original version. Some things about it don't look too great. You know, the legs do look incredibly slim, and at least to me the chest looks very squat. You know, maybe it's mistransformed, but still a very faithful representation of how Bumblebee appeared in some of those games. I'm not familiar with him using the sword. I mean, it's been so many years since I played those games. I remember him having kind of flip out blades on the arms, but I don't remember him ever actually having a sword. You know, maybe I'm mistaken, but he also does come with a nice blaster, which is sick, and much like Optimus, we kind of get those internal red detailings, which give you the impression of some nice solar paneling, which is sick. And much like Prime again, we get this really nice Cybertronian alt mode, which looks fantastic. This thing looks so off the charts. Cannot wait to get these into the collection. But you know, despite us talking about Prime and Bumblebee, we haven't even got into the juicy stuff yet, because they've also gone ahead and dropped a character which never originally got a toy, that being deluxe class Barricade. Now this is a really exciting one for me because, as I said, we never got Barricade originally, and it's so cool to see this design once again back on shelves. You know, we haven't had a Barricade figure for many years, and he looks really nicely done. You know, we get some of those purple metallic bursts, we get the Decepticon logo slap bang in center. He looks really cool. I will say that the kind of thigh kibble he has does look a little strange in some of these images, but again, you know, this could be completely accurate to the game design. It's been so long since I've played it, so I could be completely completely mistaken. He does come with a blaster, so, you know, much like some of the other figures, he won't be accessory-less, which is cool. And in terms of articulation, it doesn't look too bad. I can't seem to spot any ankle pivot on this figure. I'm not too sure if that was something that we saw with Bumblebee or Prime, but I mean, still a very nice looking robot mode. And then we get into the vehicle mode, which, you know, is very alien, very abstract, as you would expect from some of these Cybertronian characters, but nonetheless, still really sick. And we also have to talk about the box art, because these, much like the 86 figures, are kind of in their own subline. So this is Gamer Edition 02, and yeah, it's just so sweet to see that Gamer Edition on an actual box. And then as we take a look at some images of Optimus Prime, again, that CG render is looking so awesome. I mean, can you guys believe that we're seeing these designs back on the shelf? I never would have guessed in a million years that these guys would have come back in the form that they have. I mean, they look so freaking cool. Here we have Bumblebee's box art, which, you know, again, has a really sick looking CG render on the front of it, so I'm hyped. But what makes me even more excited is that with official confirmation that these guys are coming, I guess that means that some of the other leaks we got are also true, so we can expect in the next wave a War for Cybertron Voyager Megatron, which is going to be insane. I believe there are also rumours that we're going to be seeing a Cliff Jumper, which will undoubtedly be a repaint of this Bumblebee, maybe slight retool where their head is concerned, but let's just jump back to that Optimus Prime. Wow, such an insane looking figure, and these CG renders just look absolutely nuts on these guys. So yeah, I cannot wait. You know, this next wave of Studio Series is maybe shaping up to be even better than the first wave, which we literally got, because the next wave is the Studio Series Snarl, and then all of these guys, and then there's also rumours that there's going to be a few more Rise of the Beast characters scattered in there as well. So I'm very much impressed. You know, I'd love to get what you guys think down in the comment section below. I mean, what characters would you like them to branch off to? You know, because they're doing War for Cybertron, I guess that means it's only a matter of time before they give us Fall of Cybertron, and to me, that just screams that we're going to be seeing Fall of Cybertron leader Dinobots, and then maybe a new Bruticus, because the old Bruticus back in 2012, unfortunately, hasn't really stand the test of time, but these are such nice updates, a lot better than I was expecting. And it was only yesterday that we got a listing for some Transformers Reactive figures as well. I think they were originally meant to come out when the game was called Transformers Rise. I won't post any imagery of the game because I'm not too sure whether or not I'm allowed to. You know, some of the concepts which are floating around out there, I'm not sure if they're actually meant to be, but there was a listing for a Transformers Rise / Reactive Optimus Prime and Soundwave. The Prime was a Voyager and the Soundwave was a Deluxe, and it gave us a pretty sick kind of description of what both of them were going to be and a little backstory to the game. So it said Transformers Rise: when the Quintessons attack New York City, an unlikely alliance must be forged to stop the alien threat. In Transformers Rise, also known as Reactive, Autobots and Decepticons team up to stop the Quintesson menace before they take over the universe. So if that is kind of the premise of the game, that's going to be really sweet. In terms of the figures, you know, we got Optimus Prime converts into Earth truck mode in 37 steps, so definitely quite an intricate conversion, and then Soundwave converts into an SUV, you know, the first SUV Soundwave I think we've seen since the Cyberverse line, in 16 steps. So as you would expect from a Deluxe class, and Prime was going to include his Ion Blaster, Energon Axe, as well as Matrix of Leadership, so, you know, much like this War for Cybertron figure. So very exciting times ahead. I'd love to get your thoughts down in the comment section below, and until my next video, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.